All right, guys, one of the most iconic coaches in Australasian MMA with his gym Freestyle MMA and a plethora of fighters, including the man himself, Alex Volkanovski. It's a pleasure to get a chance to speak with Joe Lopez as he's in the way home from another exciting trip. Joe, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me on.
So, Joe, I know we're a little removed from this, but first things first, I got to get your thoughts on it. What did you make of that Ilia Topuria win over Max Holloway the other weekend?
Oh man, that was pretty insane. No one's really knocked Max out and do what he said and said what he did. All props to him.
Anything surprise you at all? Like, how did you think it was going to go? And did anything surprise you about what Ilia was able to do?
No, look, I thought Max started a little bit scared. I thought, he wasn't, but once the second round started, he started to get his groove and he started to let his hands go, and I thought he was going really well. And then. Yeah, that kid's got some power and he just showed it again.
It's interesting as well. We saw him get the takedown too. So he's kind of shown a little bit of his grappling. It's interesting that he's got this other side to his game that we haven't really seen too much of.
Yeah, I think he was just using that to sort of, get Max have other things to worry about instead of just his puncher, and then he could let his hands go,
He's got a lot of respect for you guys, though. Volk went in the ring, and it looks like it's going to be the rematch next. What do you think, man? Do you think we'll see these guys fight next, or do you think he's going to try and get Volk to fight Diego Lopez first?
Look, I can't answer that, It'd be nice to go to Spain and have a fight. It'd be good to fight in Australia, all Volk and I want to do at the moment is get back in there, because it's been way too long,
What's it be like for you trying to get Volk to take this time off? I imagine there would be periods where he's just like, you know what, Joe, stuff this. The UFC needs someone to save one of their 100 cards because everyone's always falling out. Let's just put our hand up. Like, how hard has it been for you to stop him from doing that?
Oh, he puts his hand up anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's Volk, he'll take it on anywhere, anytime,
But there's got to be benefits to having this break, right? Like, are you happy that even though you guys have been out of action for a little bit, he has had this break? And have you seen the benefits of this break to him, health-wise and physically?
Yeah, but, it's, I would have said, 6-8 months was plenty, we're coming up to, nearly 12 months now. And it's a bit too long,
Well, that's the thing, right? So Diego Lopez, if that fight was to happen, that would have to be for the interim belt because Alex and Ash both said they want the belt up in the next fight. So as a part of you kind of like, if it is that interim belt in Sydney, that would be February. That's kind of better than having to wait all the way to Spain, which will be a lot later, sort of, I suppose, in the year.
Yeah, and that's if Spain goes ahead. They have trouble, booking stadiums over there. And, because they're all, booked out, I guess. And, we just really want to get back in there, because, it's been too long a break. And, Alex is itching,
Let me just quickly ask you about Diego Lopez. What do you think about him as a potential challenge? If he's not the next guy, he may be potentially one of Alex's first title defenses anyway. What do you think about the challenge that he brings into that octagon, and how does he match up with Alex?
Look, Diego's on a bit of a run there, like all these guys, and I could see it through Alex, you start taking a few wins and all of a sudden your confidence grows, and with that you grow as a fighter, and they become, they just step up a couple of levels, to what they were, just mentally, I think, because physically they're all there, anybody in that top 10 is always dangerous, and the top 5, well, they're the next level guys, and there's little things that can separate them, and a lot of the times it's that little mental edge, that you're on such a such a high, and you're so confident that your body and your mind and everything just thinks and reacts differently than than the other fighters.
Yeah, that's fascinating, man. The confidence and the momentum can really play a big role here. Do you with this, just looking back on this first fight between Alex and Ilia, I mean, for people that don't realize, like, how much of Alex did we get, like, in that fight? How compromised from your perspective was he as you guys were walking in there? Or was it a situation where you didn't quite realize until the fight started that, okay, maybe he just needed a little bit more of a break in between fights?
It probably wasn't until we got in there, but it was probably one of the better camps. Alex going into the previous last three fights, especially with the Yair fight. Alex was out couldn't use his left arm for probably 3/4 of the camp because he
Really?
had because he had. Look, it was the last three camps. He had bits of broken bone in his elbow, and it was, when he'd punch after a while, getting camp with the wrestling and all that, it would lock up, and he didn't have that the movement that he needed. So a lot of the times he just couldn't throw his left hand. So, and going into after the Islam fight, he took the surgery and he took all that time off. And he came back. That was the first time in three camps that he didn't have any elbow pain. So there was no excuses there. Maybe mentally, but you can't. Well, for me as a coach, you think the guy, and Alex was, probably thought the same too. But maybe the punch that he could normally take, he didn't take. But not taking away anything from Ilia, because Ilia is a very powerful man.
Quick break to thank MANSCAPED and NORDVPN and Saily for bringing you these programs here today. I want to talk about MANSCAPED first. What? Boom! The Chairman Pro Electric Foil Shaver is here. It is the game-changing tool that brings the luxury of a professional shave right into your home. Whether you're after that daily silky smooth finish or prefer to maintain a rugged 5 o'clock shadow, the Chairman Pro Electric Foil Shaver is your go-to for precision and style every time. Head over to manscaped.com and join over 11 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by using the code word submission for 20% off and free shipping now. And what makes the Chairman Pro so special? Well, what about the Skin Safe blade heads? Skin Safe full blade foil for that close, smooth shave when you're looking to go completely clean. And clean shave isn't your style? That's okay. Just switch to the Skin Safe stubble trimmer to keep your stubble looking sharp and polished. Both heads are designed with the Skin Safe technology to help reduce razor burn and irritation so your skin feels smooth and comfortable after every single shave. Go to Manscaped right now and use the code word submission. You can use it across the whole website. The Chairman Pro, you can get the Lawnmower 5.0, what about the Beard Hedger, all sorts of great products, 20% off, and you're helping the program, and you get free shipping. That's at Manscaped right now. I also want to welcome Saily to Submission Radio. What is Saily? This thing is an absolute game changer. It is a new eSIM service app brought to you by Nord Security, where you can choose several affordable eSIM plans over 160 countries and 8 regions. With Saily eSIM, you'll always have a connection when needed. If you've ever been lost abroad or badly needed an internet connection with no Wi-Fi spot in sight, you'll understand what a difference a local SIM card can make. An eSIM provides the internet connection wherever you travel and saves you money on roaming fees. All you got to do is have a look at this. You just download the app. Here I am here. I want to travel to Thailand, so I choose that, and boom, it's that simple. All you guys got to do is download the app, go through the prompts, and you guys are sorted. Global and regional plans. You save time. You don't have to wait in line at airports to get a local SIM card. You stay connected. No more wandering around looking for public Wi-Fi. All Saily eSIM plans are compatible for iOS and Android devices. So what are you waiting for? Download the Saily app now. Use the code submission. Or click the link in the description, saily.com/submission, to get an exclusive 15% off and travel in style with Saily this festive season. And by the way, guys, while you're traveling in style, why not jump on NordVPN as well? There's exclusive deals right now for Black Friday for all Submission Radio listeners. where you get massive savings plus 4 months extra. That's 4 months extra, and you get that 30-day money-back guarantee. So why not try it today and see the NordVPN difference? And don't forget, you can use one NordVPN account across 10 devices with one single VPN subscription. So don't forget, you can get cheaper prices on things like pay-per-views, airlines, product, all sorts of things, online subscriptions. NordVPN has you covered. Jump on today and go to NordVPN/submission or click the link in the description below. Get that big saving 4-month extra for free thanks to the Black Friday exclusive deal, and jump on now before it's gone. That's NordVPN.com. And now back to the program. Was the game plan in that first fight to kind of pick him apart from distance and catch him every time he was sort of going to come into the pocket? Because Alex did have some success in the initial fight. And it looked like things were starting to sort of get toward, like he was starting to get some momentum there.
Yeah, well, that was, we were just going to, especially with, Ilia's very heavy on that front leg, as most boxers are, similar to Max. And it was just to, attack that front leg. But Ilia's pressure was, and Alex's timing was a little bit off. And just before that, before we went out and before the KO, I said to Alex, I said, once you get inside, stay inside, because I could see if he was going to get caught, it was when he exited, when he got into the pocket and he stepped out. I didn't want him to step back out. I wanted him to take the step forward, initiate a clinching, and engage the wrestling, mainly to slow that kid down, because we knew he was very powerful. And, if you get a bit of wrestling, your arms get tight and you lose a bit of, a bit of that sting out of your punches, and then we could just wear him out and do what Volk usually does.
How different do you think this rematch looks compared to the first fight? Obviously, like, it's not going to end the way the first one ended, but in terms of game plan and how it plays out, how different do you think it's going to be?
I don't want to say too much. I'll just, we'll change a few things around, and we'll play what's in front of us, and hopefully we can get Ilia playing our game instead of us playing his game, which is sort of what happened with Max, But like I said, I seen Max in the first couple of rounds. He looked a little bit standoffish, and then when he came back out, he's starting to let his hands go and everything else. And he hit Ilia with some good, with a beautiful elbow, and he was starting to time his jab beautifully. And I thought, oh, here we go. Max is going to start, putting that pressure on. But all props to Ilia. Came back and he's got some rocks in those hands.
What do you think about Ilia wanting this Islam fight?
Oh, that's great, but you got to have, like with anybody, you got to have at least 5 or 6 title defenses before you start looking at doubling up. You're just holding up divisions. When you've cleared out a division, then you've got the right to jump up a division. But till then, you just gotta fight the guys in your division. Everybody wants to, I guess it's like jumping the queue and you want to have the title shot before somebody else that's above you, that's just, but it's just human nature, I guess. Everybody wants that, that double champ status, because it's very rare to get.
Islam better than most. You guys had 2 camps for him, and you had one of the most successful performances against Islam in Perth. How do you think a Ilia-Islam fight would look?
Well, Islam's, he's very good striking, and he's got good wrestling too. So, and he's a bigger man, So, who knows,
Yeah, he said he wants to submit Ilia. I mean, he wants to submit Islam. He wants to beat him in what he's strongest in.
Yeah. Look, you can't take that away from Ilia, because what he said he's been doing, so he might just be the first guy to do it. So you can't take that away from him.
All right, man. Well, we're excited to see the return. So ideally, when would you like to see Volk back? Obviously, you want the belt on the line, right? So that no belt, no Volk. But ideally, when do you want to see this rematch happen?
Look, like I said, the sooner the better, I think Volk's without having a fight and a purpose he's hanging to get back in the camp. You know, he's hanging.
Awesome,
And,
dude. And yeah.
Yeah, and you can't blame him. You know, he's been one of the most active fighters around. You know, like him, Izzy, Leon, all those boys are very, very active, and yeah, they just love to fight.
All right, man. As we wrap up, I just want to ask as well, obviously, Freestyle MMA, you guys have a lot of great fighters there. Who are a couple of guys we need to keep an eye on in the meantime that are fights coming up that people need to go check out after this interview?
Well, Colby's fighting for the Hex Bantamweight title on the 23rd of November. Justin's jumping up to lightweight. I think they're going to try and do like a 4-man tournament there, and the winner fights for the lightweight title.
Love that.
And so they're two, and then you know, of course, got Jared and Seb, and then we've got, you know, young Kasib Murdoch. You know, he's another young up and coming. He's only 22, 23. I had trouble matching him, but when he first came to me, but now he's had like 4 fights this year, and he's on a roll. You know, 4 fights, 4 finishes. Yeah, and I think I've got him matched up again in December, so hopefully he gets 5 fights this year. You know, and again, he's one of these powerhouse guys. That's he's a mini Volk actually. He's short, stocky, powerful, good wrestling. Yeah, so he's one to look out for.
All right, make sure to follow Freestyle MMA on social media to check out all the stuff coming up at Freestyle_MMA. Joe, I really appreciate you joining me. I know you're a busy man. You're always flying around, always traveling around. So thank you so much for joining us. And let's chat when this Volk fight gets locked in, because it's going to be exciting times once again.
Okay, no worries. Thanks for having me on, and nice chatting to you.